Good morning, my friends. Welcome to a new week. I hope you had a fantastic weekend and are ready to jump into the new Deal It Up challenge for this week. So let's get cracking and pull some cards and see what we're dealing with. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you'll give it a go. And all for my regulars, I hope you give it a go too if you haven't yet tried this. It's just a bit of fun, not too serious. Just kickstart your week with some creative goodness. Okay, let's go. For what are we making? A 9 of diamonds. Yay for a red suit. Okay, so we're making a faux card. If you're new here, this determines what faux card we're making. But if you don't want to make a faux card, which is essentially a journal card, but as a faux card, then this prompt here will tell you what you could make instead. And sometimes I'll do both projects, and there's some of my regulars who do one or both of the prompts, just depending on how it suits you, what inspires you. So there's always options, and I feel like that wasn't particularly well shuffled. So let's go little flippity doodah here. Try and get it a bit better shuffled. Right, that'll do. Okay, let's go the top one. So a shaped pocket is your option if you don't want to make the faux card. Or you can do both, and you could do a matching pair, have the faux card go inside your shaped pocket. Ooh, now there's an idea for you, isn't it? Right, so our creative prompts, let's see what these are. So whichever way you go here, the next 3 cards are going to determine how you make it. Like maybe it might be a color or an material or a style or an image. Just to give you a little clue if you're new. Right. Oops. Oh, have to reshuffle. Or shall we just take that one because it fell off? Let's just take it. It'll save a bit of time, won't it? We just take that one because obviously it wanted to be the prompt this week. That's my excuse for being all fumbly. You know, why not? Let's turn a negative into a positive. I was going to reshuffle, but it's like, why bother? Let's just take that one that jumped out. Right, okay. So let's go. Is that one card? Yes, that's one card. I was doing it with my eyes closed so that I don't favour one particular card back over the other. Least favourite colour. I know some of you really struggle with that, and I do too. It's fine. It's a challenge after all, and it's a chance to perhaps turn your least favourite colour into something beautiful, or to show that it, you know, it can be very useful. And some of you who don't have a least favourite colour, I think everybody's probably got a least favourite colour, maybe. But if you don't, just pick one. Like, nobody's going to check up and see on an exam whether the least favourite colour you picked out for this project is the same as what you picked out last year. No. So just pick one. That's all right. Okay, let's go this one for our last prompt, which is doodles. We get to doodle today. Yay. And I know that freaks some of you out as well, but just go with it, friends. Remember, it's not serious. It's supposed to be a bit of fun. So normally, this is my card base. In case you have not seen this before, I use cat food boxes, and I've pre-cut some boxes into my size of faux card. What size you go with is entirely up to you. I've gone with the similar dimensions, so just expanded. And then I've rounded the corners. You can do whatever size you like. You can stick with this size, the regular size. You could go mini. I really do want to try mini, but not not while I'm doing this series, because like I want them all to be the same size. You could do them a mix of sizes. Now normally I will stencil my base. This is the writing side, and normally I'd stencil it, but today I thought I'm just going to go a little bit different, and I'm just going to brush on some Distress ink. So this is, well, not just Distress ink, this is Vintage Photo Distress ink, and I've already pre-inked around the edges. And then I'm going to come in with a different shade of brown. So this is Sepia and my Ranger Archival ink. I'm going to grab my wee sponge. And I thought, let's just do this for something different. You know, not everybody has a greater range of stencils available, or just want a fresh idea. So I thought, let's smoosh some ink around for something just a little different. There's a helicopter flying low. I wonder if that's the rescue helicopter. Haven't heard any sirens though for an accident. Wrong drawer. I'm looking for another brown. Do I want to go really dark? Oops, not one of those. So I've got Ground Espresso, or I've got Aged Mahogany in the Distress ink. So that's really dark and that's quite reddish. I think I'm going to go the Ground Espresso, and I'm going to go light, hopefully. I don't want to go like super heavy because I want to be able this to be written on. So let's just kind of, I've got two different browns on this sponge. Can we kind of hold it, or maybe like that? Just a little touch here and there, nothing super heavy. If you were doing grungy, then you could do nice and heavy, but I don't want to take away from the writing ability. Okay, and that's that done. I managed to not go too heavy with the Ground Espresso, so that's good. Okay, next we need to do our 9 of diamonds. So I've got my number set here that I'm using for this set of faux cards. If you're new here, we're actually doing a set of 52. So the whole pack of cards we are doing. I need my red ink. So we're coming up on halfway. I am working on a list of all the prompts, so if you want to do it, to go back and do them as well, you're more than welcome. I would love that. One day, when I've got just a moment or several, I will actually get that list posted on my Facebook group. The lovely Selena sent me a lot of the prompts that she had. I just haven't had time to kind of put them all together in a list that's nice and easy to follow. But it will happen, just, yeah, at some point. Okay, so there's our 9. And what I like to do with the 9 and the 6s is just make a little line underneath. Where's my red pen gone? Not in there. Let's just use this brush pen. Yeah, I normally have a red pen in my little pencil holder to my right, and it's not there. So just to indicate that it's a 9 and not a 6. So it's a different red, but never mind, it'll be fine. So you might know that on some things it has that little dash underneath just to orient it. Okay, so now we need our diamond. I am fortunate in that I've got this lovely set of stamps which has the little suit icons that the lovely Lisa sent me. If you don't have these stamps, and I appreciate a lot of you won't, then you can draw them in, cut them out from something, print them off even, and use those. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp right beside. this time because I've got that wee line underneath. So there's our wee diamond, and we have done the back of the card. Easy as that. Okay, let's get rid of that piece of paper. Flip it over and decide what is my least favorite color that I am going to go with today. I think last time we had this prompt I went with grey, and I'm kind of tempted to go grey again. Let's have a look if there's something else in my scrap bag that might scream at me going, yeah, not so in favour of you today. Oh, it's jam-packed. I might have to just pull a handful out and kind of see if we can come across something that sings least favourite colour. Well, that's kind of possible. It's not really about the colour, it's about the colour combination and that one. Because I don't know, to be honest, if I have anything grey to hand that I could use. A bit of painty paper. I think brown. My other thought was brown. I do use brown a lot, and I love wood and wood grain and things, but as a colour in itself, like I mostly wouldn't choose to wear brown or buy something brown unless it was wood. So I could also go brown, and there is brown in this. So I think we're going to go brown today. This is a photograph out of an encyclopedia of, I don't know whether it's the Earth or the Moon or what it is, something like that. Right, I'm just going to take off this white edge. Oops. I'm going to try and take off this white edge. Probably easier to do it with scissors, but never mind. Oh, Posty, you have to be on everything. Yes, apparently he does. He's settled down on my papers that are sitting on my husband's chair at the moment. That almost covers the whole thing. So I'm going to not use that bit of paper that I tore off. I'm going to stick this down. So let's pop all this somewhere. It's probably all going to fall down. I'm going to have a complete mess to pick up, but never mind. So let's just, oh, I think I need a new glue stick. Let's grab this one. Glue it down. And then I've got a plan for that little strip at the bottom. And what else do we need? Sheet music. That should be easy enough to grab in one of my bags. And doodles. Okay, doodles. I might do that on the sheet music, maybe. Might be a good idea. So it's almost the perfect size, but not quite. Oh, it's even closer fit than I thought. There's not much actually left at the bottom there. Let's cut this sticky paper. Now that's got glue all over it. So in regards to the prompt shaped pocket, that basically means anything that's just not a rectangle. So there's a separate prompt for a rectangle pocket. A shaped pocket can be a rectangle base and then given a decorative edge, like, you know, a scalloped edge, or a, I don't know, a shirt collar top, or it could be a circle pocket, you know, just something that's just not a plain rectangle. That's what the intent of that one is, in case you were wondering, or not. You might not have been wondering, you might have understood it perfectly, and you probably did. I just don't want to assume that people know what the prompt is or how to interpret it. But literally interpret the prompts however you like. It is entirely fine. Like I said, there's no one going to check out and say, oh, that's not right. No, just have fun with it. Just have fun. Okay, so for this we strip down the bottom here. I thought I would use some of my faux washi, and I do have brown faux washi right here. Oh, what about this woven sort of tweed kind of one? It's quite a wide one too. That could be quite fun. Oh, I like that. Now, I am going to get into trouble with my scissors getting all sticky, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but you just got to do it when I trim off the corners. So let's cut it to size. So we'll minimize the exposure to my scissors. Maybe we want to put another bit somewhere else, so I'll keep it aside. So this is just made out of a magazine page. I am going to have a video up on how to make this, just a short tutorial for my Junk Journal Fundamentals series. It should be up this coming weekend. If you're not sure how to make it or just want some extra inspiration, just be a quick wee video. Those videos I'm hoping to keep to stuck down the wrong place. To no more than 15 minutes is my intention, but I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. Whoops, I cut it too short. Never mind. That's okay. It will be fine. Doesn't quite go in side to side. That's all right. It does the job that I wanted it to do, so can't complain. Oh, except about getting all the sticky bits off my fingers now. Let's have a wee quick sip of my tea. And to disguise, it's not so bad at this end because there's dark brown underneath, but this end it's more of sort of white or light coloured. So I typically ink anyway, so we're just going to ink, and that's going to help that situation. And a few white bits showing where I tore this paper with the ruler, so take care of that as well. Give it a nice little frame out like so. Okay, sheet music, let me grab some of that. I might need something a bit bigger than that. Have I got something? I should have something bigger. I might have to grab some new music out and put it in here. I use quite a lot and then don't realise that I'm using it up out of my bag, and I go to find some, it's like I just got like little scraps left. Oh dear. And I think that's where I'm at too now, is I've only got little scraps in my bag left. You would think I've got not much music paper, but I've got heaps of it, just not in my bag that I use. Sorry guys, this is taking a moment. I don't want to have to get up and go find one of my books. Just, if I could find a few little scraps, we could get by. Okay, here we go. The smaller they are, the harder they are to find in the bag. That might be it, my friends. Remind me at the end of the video to go and grab some new sheet music out to put it in my scrap bag so I can use it, because that really is quite pathetic an offering. Like, these probably shouldn't even be in my scrap bag. They should be in my little scrap bin. Well, that says Waken the Dead. Well, that's not terribly encouraging, is it? So I'm just going to make the best of what I've got. And this one's a different beast altogether. It's photocopied music. Let's see what we can do. Okay, just going to start laying it down. I took so long looking for the music, I don't want to overthink how I'm going to put it down. Now, there is no real focal point at the moment, so that's something else I need to consider, is whether I want a focal point or whether the doodles are going to be the focal point. I tend to think of doodles more in the background, but there's no reason why they have to be. Just managed to get glue all alongside there. What's on the other side of that one? That straight edge makes me want to put it against this side, but I don't want both against that side. So take away the straight edge and we haven't not constrained by that anymore. I'm thinking 3, you know, the rule of 3s. We could go like that, but it's not working for me. It's not working. No, it's not working. Do I just stick with the one piece? I'm making a real meal of this, aren't I? Keep telling you not to take it too seriously, and here I am overthinking how I want to do this. But by the same token, I want to come out with something that I'm, you know, happy-ish with. Don't want to make something I don't like. Okay, no, I think I'm going to stick with the one piece because it's just not making me happy. So one piece it is. I feel like I do need a focal point. But let's do some doodling. Okay, another sip of my tea first. And what would I like to use to doodle with? Posca pen. Could doodle with a Posca pen. What colour would I use? I don't have a brown. I don't have a black. Could go dark green, but I'm wondering whether I just go with black pen. Okay, I sold myself. I'm using black pen. This is just a cheap marker from a cheap shop, you know, Chinese type shop, where everything's imported. They're like a set of 3 for $2 or something like that, or might $3, something like that. Anyway, not expensive. It's actually double-sided. There's a chisel tip. Double-sided, I mean double-ended. And there's a bullet tip. So it's not super fine, and typically I like to doodle with a fine pen, but it's not going to work that well on this slight sheen of a paper. And this is magazine paper, so that has got a shine. So this is sheen, this is shine. What do I want to doodle? Well, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go simple. Do a viney sort of arrangement with leaves. It's really simple, and I'm just doing it quickly. I'm not doing the world's greatest art. Just quick little doodles. It's a bit difficult where it runs over the different papers. Pen does a little jump. Yeah, that is fine. And then I think I'm just going to do like a faux stitch, which is something I do love doing. Just little short dashes to resemble stitching around the edge. I mean, that's enough. If that's all the doodling you want to do is just a quick little flower or something, that's enough. I just like to do this faux stitching, so I thought, why not? Add this in, and then we definitely need a focal point, because to me this is background. I could have made something that was more focal, but I just didn't want to, you know. So we've had a very laid back, lovely weekend. We watched several movies actually. We watched the latest Aquaman, and what is it, The Lost Kingdom, I think. I was surprised that it listed it as a horror, but I can totally understand, having watched it now, why they build it as a horror, because it has got some really ugly, scary creatures. But it was fun. It was a good movie. I enjoyed that. That was Friday night, and then we watched just a couple of other films on Prime or Netflix, I don't know. Hubby looks after the queuing, so I don't take much notice. I just look up for every now and then and watch a bit, and then head down and I'm crafting again. Yeah. So, need something here. Kind of like, I've been harvesting magazines, and one of the magazine images would look really good there. Do I do it? Do I put you on pause, or put the camera on pause and hunt one out? Or do I just grab something quick and easy? Oh, what do I do? I don't want to take too long. Just looking around and see my postage stamps. Do I want to put a stamp on? It's not a focal point, but oops, I'm dropping stamps. Here's some from Bangladesh. These would have been given to me by my mum. And there's two here that are joined together, so I just want to carefully separate them. Sometimes you can take them off the paper without damaging them, and sometimes you can't. Depends how well they've been glued, you know, stuck down. This one's not too bad. I can get the paper off. Rather than doing it properly, you know, soaking them in water and getting the backing off. It's just a quick. I quite like that. So I'm not going to stop and look for an image from my recent magazine harvesting. I am just going to go quick and easy. No, I think I need something that stands out a bit more. Do we want something red? Because that stamp's got red in it. These flowers are from Artsology, available on Etsy. It's a different red. Does that matter? I feel like actually that they're not quite big enough. Maybe I just need to do it that way round. This one's got a bird on as well. It's better size. This one is not a rose, it's a poppy maybe, but it's a misprint. The colour hasn't printed properly. No, it's not working. Might be that I have to ditch this, but we shall persevere for a moment and let's try a bird. Have I got one big enough cut out? Oh, there's a kiwi. Came with a few pals. Come here. No fingernails. So hard to pick things up. And I had another nail break. This little one broke yesterday. Putting some firewood on the fire. Just didn't pick it up properly. It's like, oh, my nails keep breaking. So annoying. So kiwi's not colourful enough. Not on this brown background. But those birds are brown. But there's the green and the purple head, and they take up quite a good amount of space. Or these fellows. No, I think these ones went out. Okay, let's just put the flowers away because I feel like I'm getting very crowded here. Right. I'll give this, just to take that white rim down a little bit, I'm going to ink around it. And it's really interesting print because it hasn't got the white border on one side. Obviously it was cut improperly at the stamp making factory in Bangladesh or wherever they're printed. I don't know, they might be printed somewhere else. Who knows? Okay, so if we put that there and then I don't mind that this grass or leaf or whatever they're on kind of starts and ends funny. I don't mind that at all. And I'm not going to ink around the birds, I don't think. Okay, let's stick these down. And then this card is going to be finished unless we want to add a word or something. Oh, what about a number? Ooh, maybe we're not finished. I don't think I'm going to do the pocket today. I think I've taken quite enough time to get this far. There. Let's try a number before we glue the bird down, or birds. Put them in place. Oh, here's a brown number. That's 91. No, that would make this one upside down if I turned it into a 16. No, too bright, I think. Stands out too much. Just want something quite neutralish if I do use something. That's as big as the stamp, so no. Something like that, but maybe a bit smaller. Let's see what else I've got here. Brown paper. Oh, I like that better. Okay, let's not hunt for 1,000 options. Let's just do it. Don't take all their time, dear. Don't take all their time. Talking to myself there. Okay. So my hand stamped numbers, they're also listed on Etsy. I must check the listing actually. I think it said it's getting down to the last few sets, but don't worry about that. If you're looking at ordering and it's only like there's one set left but you want more, just get in touch because I make them up as needed. So yeah, if you're wanting several sets or something, just let me know. Just don't automatically assume that that's none left and there won't be any more, because there will always be more. I have big stamping sessions where I do a whole bunch at once and usually spend a whole weekend doing them when I do it. So I just need to have another weekend of doing that to top up my supply. And I use out of the same supply that I send out for orders, so what I use is, you know, pretty representative of what you would receive in the order in terms of giving you a feel for colour and style and shape and all that jazz. Anyway, that is such an aside. So we have got 9 of diamonds. We have got sheet music, little nod to sheet music. We have least favourite colour, which I've chosen brown for today, and doodles, the faux stitching, our little leafy pattern up the side there. I think it's done. So I'm not doing the shape pocket today, but feel free to do whichever or do both according to your preference. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you do give it a go. It's just meant to be some creative fun. So jump in. You've got nothing to lose, except some time. Okay, friends, I will catch you again tomorrow for Trashcraft Tuesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye.